If Allah has not brought the right person yet, it is not because He forgot you. It is because this phase is doing something inside you that could not be skipped. What you are living right now is not empty time. It is preparation time. And what Allah prepares you for is never small. This phase feels heavy because the heart expects movement and instead meets stillness. But stillness is not abandonment. It is a pause created by Allah so alignment can take place beneath the surface. What feels like nothing happening is actually everything being rearranged quietly. Punishment creates distance from Allah. This phase often pulls you closer. You find yourself thinking more, praying more, reflecting more. These are not signs of rejection. They are signs of redirection towards something more suitable for your soul. Alignment requires removal. Allah often removes habits, attachments, or expectations that would clash with what is coming. Loss in this phase is not random. It is intentional refinement, so the heart can carry future responsibility with clarity. If this phase were punishment, it would harden you. Instead, it softens you. You become more aware of your emotions, more careful with your intentions, and more honest with yourself. Softening is preparation, not discipline. Allah aligns the heart before He aligns lives. He adjusts how you see yourself, how you see love, and how you see reliance. Without this internal correction, external union would collapse under misunderstanding. Many assume ease is proof of favor and difficulty is proof of disapproval. Islam teaches otherwise. Allah often chooses difficulty as a tool for elevation. Alignment often requires discomfort because change challenges what is familiar. This phase exposes patterns that once went unnoticed. Emotional reactions, attachment styles, and fears surface clearly. Allah reveals them now, so they do not sabotage what is written later. Punishment leaves you confused about Allah's mercy. Alignment increases understanding. You begin to see why certain things could not continue. You recognize protection in hindsight, even if it hurt at the time. Allah uses this phase to slow you down, so you stop chasing outcomes and start observing yourself. This observation builds wisdom. Wisdom is essential before companionship. Alignment also includes timing. You may be ready in desire but not in capacity. Allah waits until your strength matches your longing. This prevents future imbalance. If Allah were punishing you, He would allow you to repeat mistakes endlessly. Instead, this phase interrupts cycles. What once distracted you no longer satisfies. This shift is mercy. Alignment reorders priorities. What mattered before loses urgency. What was ignored gains importance. This reordering prepares the heart to value what lasts, not what excites briefly. This phase teaches you to sit with yourself without escaping. You learn to tolerate silence without filling it with people. This comfort with self is necessary for healthy love. Allah aligns your standards before He aligns your path. You become less willing to accept emotional chaos. You desire peace more than intensity. This change protects future choices. Punishment weakens hope. Alignment strengthens it quietly. You may feel tired, but you do not feel hopeless. Something inside still believes Allah is working. This phase reshapes your dua. You stop asking for specific outcomes and start asking for what is best. This shift shows trust developing. Alignment removes desperation. You no longer feel the urge to force doors open. You allow things to unfold. This patience creates space for clarity. Allah aligns you with your values before aligning you with a person. Without this step, love would demand compromise that harms faith. This phase also humbles the heart. You recognize your limits and Allah's control. Humility is the soil in which healthy relationships grow. When alignment is happening, you feel stretched but not destroyed. Growth always stretches, punishment breaks. The difference becomes clear with reflection. This phase is not Allah pushing you away, it is Allah positioning you correctly. When alignment is complete, what arrives will fit without forcing, and you will understand why nothing earlier could have stayed. Allah does not rush the heart into companionship while it is still fragile. Love has weight, responsibility, and demands that an unhealed heart cannot carry without strain. Healing first is mercy, not delay. Unhealed wounds turn affection into anxiety. Small misunderstandings feel like threats. Silence feels like abandonment. Allah heals these reactions, so love does not become a constant emotional emergency. This phase allows buried pain to surface safely. Memories, disappointments, and unmet needs rise to awareness. Allah brings them up now so they do not explode later inside marriage. Healing changes how you interpret behavior. Instead of assuming rejection, you learn to seek clarity. Instead of reacting defensively, you pause. This emotional maturity protects future connection. Allah heals attachment that confuses intensity with meaning. Strong feelings alone do not equal suitability. Healing teaches discernment, so the heart chooses peace over obsession. Without healing, love becomes a mirror for past pain. Old wounds replay through new people. Allah prevents this by restoring emotional balance before introducing someone new. Healing teaches self-compassion. You stop blaming yourself for what went wrong. This gentleness toward yourself allows you to be gentle toward others later. Allah also heals the need for constant reassurance. You learn to soothe your heart through faith rather than depending on another person's presence. This independence stabilizes love. Healing restores trust in Allah before trust in people. When faith is steady, relationships no longer carry the burden of proving your worth or safety. This phase repairs boundaries. You learn when to give and when to step back. Boundaries protect love from becoming sacrifice without wisdom. Allah heals fear of abandonment by showing you survival. You realize you can endure disappointment and still remain whole. This realization removes desperation from love. Healing replaces emotional urgency with patience. You no longer rush to fill emptiness. You allow connection to develop naturally, without pressure. Unhealed hearts often accept harm to avoid loneliness. Healing teaches you to walk away without bitterness. This strength preserves dignity and faith. Allah heals resentment that would poison companionship. Bitterness drains mercy. Healing restores the ability to forgive without forgetting wisdom. This phase teaches emotional literacy. You learn to name feelings without being ruled by them. This clarity prevents emotional manipulation in marriage. Healing also removes unrealistic expectations. You stop expecting love to solve internal struggles. You understand that peace begins within, not in another person. Allah heals self-worth wounds so love does not become validation-seeking. You no longer need to be chosen to feel valuable. This confidence stabilizes relationships. Healing changes the pace of love. Slow feels safe. Calm feels right. Chaos loses its appeal. This shift is essential for lasting union. Allah heals the habit of overgiving. You learn that love does not require self-erasure. Balance becomes possible. This phase allows faith to anchor emotions. Prayer becomes refuge, not routine. Reliance on Allah replaces emotional dependence on people. Healing also clarifies intention. You stop seeking love to escape loneliness and start seeking partnership aligned with purpose. Allah heals comparison. You stop measuring your timeline against others. Peace replaces pressure. Gratitude replaces envy. Unhealed hearts fear honesty. Healing allows truth without fear of loss. Communication becomes clean, not strategic. Allah heals impatience by teaching endurance. Endurance prepares you for long-term commitment beyond initial excitement. Healing softens the heart without weakening it. You remain open but not exposed. This balance protects future intimacy. Allah heals what love would have broken by strengthening the foundation first. When love arrives, it rests on stability, not fragility. This phase is Allah protecting you from pain you cannot yet see. Healing now ensures that when love comes, it builds rather than breaks. Emotional stability is not the absence of feeling. It is the ability to feel without being ruled by emotion. Allah builds this stability in phases where you must stand on your own, learning how to regulate what rises inside the heart. In this phase, reactions begin to slow. You no longer respond immediately from fear or impulse. You pause. That pause is where maturity is born. Allah creates it, so future love is guided by wisdom, not reflex. Stability teaches you that emotions are signals, not commands. Sadness does not require panic. Loneliness does not demand replacement. Allah trains the heart to observe feelings without surrendering control to them. This phase strengthens your nervous system. You learn how to calm yourself instead of needing someone else to do it for you. This self-regulation prevents emotional overload inside marriage. Without emotional stability, love feels overwhelming. Every disagreement feels catastrophic. Allah builds stability so marriage does not feel like emotional survival, but emotional partnership. Stability allows you to handle uncertainty without spiraling. You no longer need immediate clarity to feel okay. This tolerance for ambiguity protects relationships from constant pressure. Allah uses this phase to detach your sense of safety from people. Safety returns to Allah. When safety is anchored there, human connection becomes lighter and healthier. Emotional stability also sharpens self-awareness. You begin to recognize triggers instead of projecting them. This awareness prevents conflict from escalating unnecessarily. This phase teaches you to sit with discomfort instead of escaping it. You learn that discomfort passes. This endurance becomes emotional strength. Stability removes the urge to chase reassurance. You stop asking others to fix feelings you can now manage internally. This independence preserves dignity and love. Allah builds stability by allowing emotional quiet. Silence teaches you that peace does not require stimulation. You become comfortable without constant emotional input. Stability also changes how you interpret others' behavior. You stop personalizing everything. You understand that not every shift is rejection. This understanding reduces conflict. In this phase, emotional resilience grows. You recover faster from disappointment. You no longer dwell endlessly in what went wrong. Recovery is a sign of strength. Allah builds stability so love does not awaken old insecurities. Instead of reopening wounds, love meets a healed foundation. Stability allows honest communication. You can express needs without fear of losing connection. Fearless honesty strengthens trust. This phase reduces emotional volatility. Mood swings soften. Extremes balance out. Emotional consistency becomes possible. Allah uses time to build this steadiness. Stability cannot be rushed. It forms slowly through experience, reflection, and trust. Stability also deepens compassion. When you understand your own emotions, you become more patient with others. This patience is essential in marriage. Without stability, love becomes emotionally expensive. With stability, love feels sustainable. Allah prepares sustainability, not just romance. This phase teaches you that peace is internal before it is shared. You bring calm into relationships instead of demanding it. Emotional stability allows you to choose love, not cling to it. Choice is healthier than need. Allah prepares the heart to choose freely. Stability removes fear of being alone. You no longer rush connection out of panic. Waiting becomes bearable. Allah builds emotional stability so love does not destabilize faith. When emotions are steady, worship remains consistent. This phase also aligns emotions with values. You no longer act against beliefs because of feeling. Faith leads emotion, not the other way around. Stability teaches balance. You give without depletion. You receive without dependence. Balance sustains long-term connection. Allah strengthens emotional stability so marriage becomes a place of rest, not emotional labor. Two stable hearts create tranquility together. This phase is necessary because unstable hearts break under the weight of love. Stable hearts support it, and Allah always prepares the heart before introducing the blessing. In this phase, Allah begins removing things that once felt essential to your happiness. People, habits, expectations, and even dreams quietly loosen their grip. What feels like loss is actually mercy. Allah is freeing the heart from attachments that would have competed with what is coming. Clinging feels safe because it offers familiarity. Even pain can feel familiar. Allah removes what you cling to, so the heart learns to trust safety beyond familiarity. What is familiar is not always what is healthy. When Allah removes something, it is often because attachment has grown louder than reliance on Him. The heart leans too heavily in one direction. Removal restores balance. Balance is necessary before union. This phase exposes emotional dependency. You notice how much comfort you once drew from people or outcomes. Allah reveals this not to shame you, but to heal you. Awareness is the beginning of freedom. Allah removes distractions so you can hear yourself again. Noise hides truth. Silence reveals it. What leaves creates space for clarity to enter. What is removed now would have drained you later. Allah protects the future by pruning the present. What feels painful today prevents deeper pain tomorrow. Often, Allah removes what you defended. Things you justified, excused, or tolerated begin to fade. This fading teaches discernment. You realize not everything you wanted was meant to stay. Removal also strengthens boundaries. You learn what you will no longer chase or tolerate. Boundaries protect peace. Peace is essential before partnership. Allah removes false sources of validation. Compliments, attention, and approval lose their power. The heart learns to stand without external confirmation. This phase teaches you to grieve without clinging. You feel sadness, but you do not beg for return. This emotional maturity preserves dignity and faith. Allah removes what distracts you from your inner work. When distractions fade, growth begins. Growth prepares the heart for responsibility. Some removals happen slowly. Others are sudden. Both are intentional. Allah knows which method the heart can endure. Removal breaks illusions. You see people and situations clearly for the first time. Clarity replaces fantasy. This clarity protects future choices. Allah removes attachments that would have demanded compromise. What required you to shrink, silence yourself, or abandon values was never meant to stay. This phase teaches detachment without bitterness. You let go without hatred. You accept without resentment. Acceptance heals faster than resistance. Removal also humbles the heart. You realize how little control you had. This humility opens the heart to trust Allah more deeply. Allah removes emotional shortcuts. You no longer escape loneliness through unhealthy means. You learn to sit with yourself. This self-connection is essential for healthy love. What is removed now creates emotional room. That room will later be filled with what fits you, not what drains you. Allah removes urgency. When attachments fall away, desperation fades. You stop chasing outcomes. Calm replaces pressure. Removal teaches discernment between attachment and alignment. What aligns stays without force. What requires force was never aligned. This phase removes what you would have settled for. Settling steals peace. Allah refuses to let peace be stolen. Allah removes what would have controlled you emotionally. Control is subtle. Removal restores freedom. Freedom is necessary for sincere love. What leaves now teaches you what truly matters. Values rise, surface desires fall. This prioritization prepares the heart for lasting companionship. Allah removes what you would have idolized emotionally. When something takes the place of Allah in the heart, pain follows. Removal restores proper order. This phase teaches you to trust loss as guidance. What exits was never meant to define your future. Allah removes what would have competed with the right person. Love cannot thrive in clutter. Removal creates space for focus. When removal is complete, the heart feels lighter, not empty, but free. Freedom invites peace. This phase is not Allah taking from you, it is Allah clearing the path. What remains after removal is what can support what is coming. Waiting strips away the illusion that time belongs to you. It teaches the heart that control was never yours to hold. Allah uses waiting to gently return authority back to Him where it has always belonged. At first, waiting feels uncomfortable because it exposes impatience. The heart wants progress it can see. Allah asks you to trust progress you cannot measure. This shift builds faith that is rooted, not reactive. Waiting trains you to separate desire from dependence. You may want companionship, but you learn not to let wanting turn into panic. This distinction protects the heart from desperation later. Allah uses waiting to quiet the noise of comparison. When others move ahead, waiting teaches you to stay present instead of racing mentally. Presence restores peace. Waiting reveals where trust is weak. Every anxious thought points to an area that still needs surrender. Allah does not expose this to shame you, but to heal reliance. In waiting, you learn that Allah's silence is not absence. Silence is often the space where trust grows strongest. You learn to listen without needing immediate answers. Waiting also strengthens patience that is internal, not forced. You stop waiting angrily. You begin waiting calmly. Calm waiting is a sign of spiritual maturity. Allah teaches you to trust His wisdom instead of your urgency. Urgency sees only the present pain. Wisdom sees the future peace. Allah always chooses the latter. Waiting teaches you that timing is not proof of worth. Delay does not mean you are less deserving. It means Allah is being precise. Through waiting, faith becomes lived experience. You stop speaking about trust and start practicing it daily. This lived trust prepares the heart for responsibility. Waiting humbles expectations. You release rigid timelines and open your heart to divine timing. Flexibility allows peace to enter. Allah uses waiting to build emotional endurance. You survive longing without collapsing. This endurance is necessary for long-term commitment. Waiting also protects gratitude. When blessings arrive after patience, they are valued deeply. Entitlement fades. Appreciation grows. Allah teaches you to trust that He sees what you cannot. He sees hearts, futures, and outcomes beyond your vision. Waiting honors His sight over yours. Waiting reveals that happiness is not postponed. You learn to find contentment even without fulfillment. This contentment strengthens the soul. Allah uses waiting to detach you from outcomes. You focus on obedience rather than results. This focus stabilizes faith. Waiting teaches you to let go of fear-based planning. You stop trying to secure the future emotionally. Trust replaces strategy. In waiting, dua changes. You ask less for timing and more for goodness. This shift aligns the heart with divine will. Waiting builds certainty that Allah does not rush mercy. What comes after patience carries barakah that haste cannot produce. Allah teaches you that peace does not come from arrival alone. It comes from trust during the journey. This lesson stays even after marriage. Waiting purifies hope. Hope becomes calm instead of restless. Calm hope is sustainable. Allah uses waiting to prepare you for partnership, not rescue. You arrive emotionally steady, not depleted. Waiting teaches you that Allah is never late. He arrives at the moment that protects you most. Trust grows when you accept this truth. This phase teaches you to rest in Allah's timing. And when trust replaces urgency, the heart becomes ready for what is written. When Allah brings the right person, the heart does not feel like it is running to keep up. There is a sense of steadiness that settles quietly. Even excitement feels grounded. Peace becomes the dominant feeling, not confusion or fear. Chaos often disguises itself as passion. Intensity feels meaningful, but it exhausts the heart. Allah teaches you in this phase that real connection does not steal your calm. What is written for you does not require emotional turbulence to stay alive. Peace does not mean the absence of challenges. It means challenges do not threaten your emotional safety. With the right person, difficult moments feel manageable rather than overwhelming. The heart does not brace itself constantly. What Allah sends does not keep you guessing about where you stand. There is clarity in intention and direction. You are not trapped in cycles of doubt, mixed signals, or emotional uncertainty. Clarity itself is a form of mercy. The right connection does not pull you away from Allah. It supports your worship, your values, and your discipline. Even when emotions are strong, faith remains intact. Chaos usually competes with deen. Peace aligns with it. In peaceful connection, communication feels natural. You do not rehearse every word out of fear. You speak honestly without worrying that truth will cost you the relationship. This safety allows sincerity to grow. The heart recognizes peace instinctively. Your body relaxes. Your thoughts slow down. You stop overanalyzing. These physical and emotional responses are signs of alignment, not coincidence. Chaos demands constant effort. You must fix, explain, reassure, and chase. Peace allows effort without exhaustion. You give energy, but you are not drained by it. When the right person comes, you do not feel the need to abandon your boundaries to keep them. Boundaries are respected naturally. Respect is built into the connection, not negotiated under pressure. Peaceful love does not awaken old insecurities. Instead, it calms them. The heart feels accepted without performance. You do not need to prove worth to feel chosen. Allah prepares you to recognize peace by first letting you experience chaos. Contrast teaches discernment. Once you know what chaos costs, peace becomes unmistakable. The right person does not rush you emotionally. Time is honored. Growth is allowed. Decisions are made with consideration rather than urgency. This patience protects the future. Peaceful connection supports independence. You are encouraged to remain yourself, not dissolve into the relationship. Identity remains intact. This balance strengthens companionship. Chaos often keeps you awake at night. Peace allows rest. Your mind does not replay conversations endlessly. Emotional rest is a sign of alignment. The right person arrives without requiring emotional sacrifice. You do not have to shrink, silence yourself, or compromise faith to stay connected. What requires self-erasure is not from Allah. Peaceful love brings consistency. Words and actions align. There is less need to interpret behavior because behavior is reliable. Consistency builds trust naturally. Even disagreements feel different. They are addressed, not avoided or weaponized. Conflict becomes a path to understanding rather than a threat to connection. Allah sends the right person when your heart can recognize peace and no longer mistakes chaos for meaning. This maturity is essential. Peace allows love to deepen slowly. Depth grows through safety, not speed. What grows slowly lasts longer. The right person does not create emotional urgency. You are not racing against time. You are walking with it. When Allah brings the right person, the heart feels at home, not on edge. That sense of emotional safety is not accidental. It is confirmation. This phase teaches you that peace is the language of what is written, and when peace arrives with a person, the heart understands why it had to wait.